please, if you can, go follow my Instagram. It is full of stuff. So far, we got 18 followers, mixed between people that know my channel and people who don't. Please, if you have an Instagram account, please follow me. And also, if you have a Facebook account, follow my new Facebook page. There's not much on it so far, but I'm hoping to expand on that in the future. Now you're wondering, D the B, how do you find these amazing platforms? Well, obviously, go to my main channel, and there will be a tab with my Instagram link and my Facebook link. With that out of the way, let's get started with the video. Why does everything need to be trash? Like, oh my gosh, everything's been bad lately. I've only liked maybe 2 movies this year. Oh boy. But
I recommend watching Uncharted instead of the
That
other
is such
movie.
a good movie, Uncharted.
oh yeah, Full Metal Dipper's here and L to the C's here.
Who will never have his own channel.
Shut
Or
up.
or should I say now, Monster Jam Madness. But yeah, I watched the abomination known as The Ice Age, The Adventures of Buck Wild. So here's a funny thing. So when I first saw the trailer, I originally thought this was going to be a series. It has that animation where it's passable for a series. If anyone didn't think that, I don't know. I'll call you weird because I think majority of people thought this was going to be a series. LC probably thought
I
it was
think
gonna-
they actually made a mini-series on Disney+. Plus.
It wouldn't surprise me if it started off as a miniseries, but then they decided to make it into a movie.
That
Because
wouldn't
it
surprise
definitely has that animation.
Some mini-series have been made into full movies.
Yeah, like Buzz Lightyear Star Command was the first 3 episodes of the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command show,
That was a good show.
which they dubbed Tim Allen, which they should have done with this. Dub it with the
They
original
should've.
actors. But the movie is such a dumpster fire. I had to pause it multiple times because I hated the movie so much.
Yeah.
And before we get started, I might as well get my opinions on the Ice Age franchise as a whole, and we might let them have their opinions on it first, one by one. Alright, let's start with Ice Age 1. I think it's a pretty lovable movie.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Definitely 10 out of 10.
I will definitely do a review of...
Cannot recommend it enough.
Ice Age 2. Not that bad, in my opinion.
I'd say maybe a 9.5 out of 10.
I'd say a 9 out of 10, I'd say that.
That's being generous, is going to get a 9.5 out of 10.
Alright, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I liked it.
10 out of 10 for that one.
That was good.
Yeah, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. Ice Age 4. Okay, so I know some people actually hate this film, but I personally liked it.
That was the Continental Drift one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the one with the pirates.
Yeah, Continental Drift. That was
He
good.
was like the pirate monkey or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't hate that film.
Or Face My
It's
Fury.
called Ice Age Continental
Or Face Your
Yes.
Furry What?
Yes,
That was funny.
I liked that.
That was
movie.
really my favorite line in the entire movie.
Like, maybe some points about the movie are accurate, but something about it, I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Alright.
My favorite line from that movie is, Bon voyage, monkey boy.
My favorite line from Dawn of the Continental Drift would probably have to be, or face my fury. Or face your furry what?
that
was
actually,
funny.
I actually cracked up at that part.
That was funny.
And then we get to Ice Age 5 Collision Course. Dumpster fire.
I
That
give,
film
Absolute garbage.
sucked.
I give that 1 out of 10.
Like, when I saw that film, I originally didn't hate it. I thought it was mad. But then when I watched it again, I'm like, no, this
This
film
sucks.
sucks. This film is awful.
But the one scene I
I'll
like...
be generous and give it a 3.4 out of 5.
I'd give it a 1 out of 10. It's that low.
3.4 out of 10, that's what I meant to say, not 5.
Like,
My-
the only part I liked about the film was maybe the joke where Sid gets struck by a meteor, and Manny's like, wow, my wish came true.
that was funny.
and then he catch on fire, and Diego's like, mine too.
That was funny.
My favorite part was when Scrat's up in this UFO and he's getting squished by out the door.
Yeah, that's the only good part. That's one of the only good parts about that film is just the Scratch stuff, because
Yeah.
Scrat, no matter
Scrat
what,
is funny.
Scrat makes those movies, even if they're bad, funny.
Yeah.
And
They're
I
all
thought,
funny
like,
in their own way
and I
because
thought-
of Scrat.
It could get worse. This is definitely going to be the last one, and this one came out. I'm like, maybe it can't be that bad. Continental Drift was that... Collision Course was that bad. Apparently I was wrong. There's so much
This is
wrong
even
with the
worse.
movie. I consider
The
it
Adventures
worse.
of Buck Wild is so much worse
And what irritated me
than
was
Continental Drift.
irritated me was we're all equal.
Oh yeah, that part was stupid.
Like, Continental Drift was better than
Collision Course.
Collision Course, but Collision Course was definitely worse than Adventures of Buck Wild. That was absolutely disgusting how bad it was.
Yeah, there's so
Like,
much
I was-
wrong with it.
Like, I was so nauseous during the entire movie, just like, that's how bad it was.
Alright, we might as well get to the big plot of this boring movie.
Yeah.
So the movie opens up with the Disney logo, which, what a disgrace. Not even a single tribute to Blue Sky, who unfortunately shut down last year.
Yeah.
What a disgrace. Not even a Blue Sky, this date to this date. What a freaking disgrace. I'm not surprised, though. It's Disney. I hate Disney.
It's Disney. They crap on all the things I make. And that's an appropriate way of saying it.
Alright.
If we were doing this on my channel, you would have heard what I would actually want to call it.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do a review.
But because it's a kid-friendly channel,
Well,
well,
it's
not necessarily kid-friendly, but
I'd say it's a kid
it's more-
PG-13 channel.
yeah, it's more leaned to kids than my channel. Which, if you see my videos, especially ones I post to, I'm hoping by the time that D of the Beat gets this up, I will have already posted my video that I did.
Hopefully. But let's continue on with
Yeah.
the plot. So the
But
plot...
my channel is not meant for children. And children can watch it if they want, but it's definitely not recommended at all.
Alright, anyway, before this video gets taken down.
Right.
So the Ice Age movie, after that Disney logo pulls up, opens up with Ellie doing expedition of what happened through the Ice Age franchise, which, it was nice. It would have been funny to have a scrap bit, but
Yeah.
apparently there was some lawsuit or something because the creator of Scrat didn't approve the Blue Sky using Scrat, so apparently they lost the rights to him. Apparently,
That's
what I've heard.
Scrat is what made the movie so funny.
That was definitely a big
Even
part
if they
of
were
the-
trash, it was still funny because of Scrat.
Yeah, so it basically does this introduction, which I didn't hate. Of course, one problem I do have with the introduction, they don't mention Peaches once in this introduction.
Oh,
They could have
stupid.
just slipped her in, like, then we had a child named Peaches, and then she moved on to, marry some weird,
Some
mammoth
weird emo
that...
mammoth. That's basically what
That's
it was.
definitely the
An
definition.
emo mammoth.
And
Like,
then,
he didn't look like the average mammoth.
yeah, I found it
what
very
was-
annoying.
what was-
Julian.
Julian.
The same
I
way-
didn't like him at all.
Yeah, I couldn't
I
blame
liked
him.
him because he was basically an emo. I went through my emo phase back in middle school,
Anyway,
which didn't turn out very well. But
so I think Ellie wants to show off her work or something like that. And while that's happening, Crash and Eddie are planning to do a very dangerous stunt. And of course, we get this joke, you better not be doing anything dangerous. And then Crash and Eddie basically discuss that they're so sick of her telling them what to do and imagine what their own place would be. And I have to say, LDC's favorite part is the rap scene in the beginning.
No, not really. Hey,
Yeah, that scene was so cringe when
Yeah.
they did that. Like,
it's
why
not
is
even
that
good
in an-
rap.
Why is that in an Ice Age movie?
It's
Granted,
not
you
even
could say
good
that.
rap either.
You could say the same thing with the family song in the end of
Yeah.
Continental Drift, but this is worse.
This is worse than Continental Drift.
the famous song you're thinking of that's from Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
No. It's like the Dawn of the Dinosaurs one. It's like, open the door, welcome to the dinosaurs, or something like that.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that was good though. That
Yeah.
was like decent rap.
Yeah,
But
like,
the rap version part in the beginning of Adventures of Buck Wild, I was even cringing. I can tolerate some rap.
alright.
That wasn't even good rap.
And then,
I looked at the TV and with this. Why am I watching this? Why am I watching
Why
this?
am I watching this garbage?
but yeah.
Exactly.
So after the two decide to rebel against them, somehow, if I'm remembering right, they disintegrate an entire mountain. How? With a puny little stick? How do you destroy
How
an
is that
entire
even
mountain with a
possible?
puny little stick?
It's Thanos in disguise.
Well, I mean, unless it was, unless the mountain was eroding anyway.
Like,
If the mountain was already eroding as it was, then that might explain it. But
I know.
if I remember correctly, the mountain wasn't even eroding at all.
Like, I know they did technically do something that was Scrat putting an acorn in a mountain and it split in half. I know, it's a cartoon. But still,
That's what makes it so funny, though.
But still, how does a puny little stick disintegrate an entire mountain?
It depends.
How do you level an entire
Maybe
mountain
a
with just a
piece
stick?
falling off the mountain. I can buy that.
Yeah.
It depends where you press the button.
So
Yeah.
it's so dumb. Anyway, as the mountain is beginning to collapse, whatever the word is,
Gets less than half.
basically disintegrated. It's been snapped out of existence.
It's been snatched out of existence.
Sid
by
is
Thanos.
talking about his life, basically. And another part I actually found kind of funny was that Manny and Diego had acorns in their ears. I'm like, I could actually buy that.
That's
like,
funny.
they would do that just to not hear Sid. I could actually buy that.
That'd be me too. Trust me.
And then,
Yeah, Sid is kind of annoying.
and then,
If I listen to Sid for 24 hours, Diego, bite him.
If I had to listen to Sid for 24 hours, I'm not even allowed to say on this channel what I would do. I'm not even allowed to say what I would do even on YouTube just in general.
oh my gosh. Alright, let's move on. So after the avalanche starts, Ellie tries warning Manny, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it later, dear. She points at the mountain. And then the mountain destroys their hard work, and then, of course, the others are pissed, which we might as well get into this since this part is coming up. The voice acting isn't very good. It's obvious a lot of the people from the Ice Age franchise didn't return.
Yeah, that's like ridiculously obvious.
Like, some of them are alright, but I think the worst impression out of all of them is
Diego.
Yes.
Agreed. So I heard some person say Diego wasn't bad, but no, I think Diego is worse. Here's a
The
comparison
original
between
voice actor of Diego was funny.
here's a comparison
Because
between
I've seen
the
him in
two.
other movies. He's funny.
Here's the comparison to the other to the Diegos.
I was returning him to his herd.
Oh, yeah, nice try, Bucktooth.
You calling me a liar?
I didn't say that.
You were thinking it.
Diego, they're all yours.
About time.
Manny considers having Diego taking out Crash and Eddie, which I couldn't blame him.
I don't blame him either, honestly.
But Ellie stands in the way. And, of course, then we get the discussion, if it wasn't for Ellie, you would be out of here. And they'd be like, no, just because of Ellie, we can't do our own thing. And then Ellie brings some good points, like, can you clean yourselves? Can you take care of your habitat or something like that?
She's like a mom.
Yeah. So then they decide to walk. Crash and Eddie have another stupid conversation. Then we get to night where Manny and her discuss. And we get to a bit of an extension from the clip from Ice Age 2, which I actually didn't hate that scene. Like, I thought it was very world building. It was a very nice moment.
Yes, but I can see why Diego wants to take out Crash and Eddie.
Yeah.
I really do.
And then after everyone goes to sleep, it turns out one of the twins was asleep, which that's a bit awkward. Like, you just heard your sister talk about why they feel responsible, and then like a couple minutes later you just leave. That just sounds a little wrong.
Yeah.
So they leave eventually after saying goodbye after Ellie's asleep. And of course, when they wake up and discover they're gone, Manny gets blamed because Manny had suggested I triple dog dare ya to leave, which that was weird.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, it's always.
Of course, Crash and Eddie would leave. They take dares all the time.
Of course, it's always the wife that blames the husband.
And then we get
If
this.
my
poor
college,
Manny.
if my college existed in the time period that Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild was
Took place.
representing, Crash and Eddie would not have lasted a day at my college.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway,
Like, they get accepted. After the first day, you're out of here.
but continuing
You're
on,
unteachable.
we see Crash and Eddie then doing a disastrous stunt, which ends up getting them to the Lost World, which I think that's a reference to Jurassic Park, the Lost World, for some reason.
That was a good movie, though.
That was the second one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, I think.
Anyway, let's continue on. So they roam around the area in the stupidest way possible. I figured they would learn from the last movie.
Yeah, right.
I think they would learn, but they don't.
But yeah, they go through trouble. And then we get to meet a small introduction of our main villain, Orson. Boo! Get off the stage!
I want my money back.
Not that I paid her anything.
Right?
All right.
A joke that I would use a lot that I would say to the screen, because I do talk to the screen, whatever movie I'm watching, whatever device I'm using to watch it. Every single time. If you guys have seen SpongeBob, you know what I'm talking about. I would say, what smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
Oh, your ad.
Noxious gas?
No, your act.
But yes.
Hey, funny guy, I got a joke for you. What smells rotten and puts people to sleep? Noxious gas? No, your act.
So, Orson.
I literally say that every single time. I hate the scene.
And then Orson, we can see, uses fire to control these weird-looking raptors. Trust me, if you hated the Dino Birds from Ice Age Collision Course, trust me, Orson and his raptors are worse.
Oh,
They
so
are
much
terrible
worse. Far
villains.
worse.
The Jurassic franchise is better looking raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never liked the feather concept of dinosaurs. I like the raptors go after Crash and Eddie, which they escape and barely escape with their lives. The only reason they lived
Just barely.
was because of Buck Wild. If Buck Wild didn't show up, no, they'd be dead in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Permission granted.
And the funny thing is, I just thought of this just now. Buck Wild is basically making fun of Steve Irwin.
I like Buck Wild. He's awesome.
Yeah. He's basically paying Steve Irwin his tribute, pretty much.
Yeah, so...
Steve Irwin was amazing.
Can I say something?
Yes.
What I liked about Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, is they did really good with Buck's storytelling. But what I don't think they did right with this Ice Age, okay, we know that Buck fights Rudy in Ice Age 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rudy is a better villain than...
Yeah, and then
yeah.
after Ice Age
Way
4,
better.
just Rudy
Okay.
just magically disappears. Like, he didn't exist. Like, not even as a suggestion in the final battle, which we'll get into. So,
Could the
then,
final battle be any worse?
but then,
So much worse.
conveniently, at the same time that Buck saves Crash and Eddie, he is dealing with a villain named Orson, which then they eventually go to his secret hideout, or wherever he is. I don't know. The movie's so confusing to me.
It's so confusing.
So they go into this
Like,
cave.
is it a secret hideout? Is it his base? Who knows?
So they go into the cave, and they finally
just say that?
meet up with Orson. And are you kidding me? This little mutant Triceratops is a threat. He's a midget pterosaur, for crying out loud. Like, easily he could be taken out by a big dinosaur.
I liked how they brought the big T-Rex back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I wish that T-Rex would have eaten the little Triceratops.
Yeah.
Fun fact about T-Rexes, the biggest T-Rex fossil ever discovered, I can't remember which museum it's in, but they actually named it Sue.
Wow. All right. Let's get back to the.
Which, I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
All right, let's get back to the main topic.
Is that-
So eventually they deal with Orson, who has this really big brain. Oh, come on, Buck. I know it's a kid's movie, but you could just take your blade when he's not looking, throw it at his brain, and bam, he's dead. He's
Right.
an easy target.
Very easy target.
He has a big old brain. His brain's a big old target. Just draw a red circle, a mini red circle, then paint the rest of it white, and bam, you got a big target.
D2B.
Just like the Disney's did in their movie, The Human Dartboard.
But
That
yeah.
was funny.
But yeah, after that, then they escape with their lives, and then as we go to Bug's house, he explains to them why Orson is such a bad person, because the other dinosaurs made fun of him. Sounds kind of generic to
Yeah.
me. It's been done before.
Yeah.
Like,
Stand up for yourself, people.
okay,
Right.
so I'm gonna bring up a point here. I don't hate Orson because he's the brainy type. I think there are better villains with brains, like
Dr. Blowhole.
Yes, Dr.
Yeah, Dr. Blowhole.
Let me bring up all these examples and explain how they're good brainiac villains. Dr. Blowhole is a dolphin, which we have scientifically
Which is
proven that
Skipper's
they're
nemesis.
we've society's proven that dolphins are very smart.
Yeah.
Which, it makes sense for a villain.
Yeah.
But he has all of his gadgets there. Like, if it was just him and his dolphin body, nope, he'd be gone.
Yeah.
Like, he has his scooter, which is filled with all of his inventions, like the Mind Jacker.
The mine.
Chrome Claw, and a bunch of other things.
It's home claw.
And then, let's bring up another one. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
Oh, yes. So smart.
Norman Osborn is such a smart being, and he created this elixir to make him go crazy. He has Norman Osborn's brain, and also the crazy mind of the Green Goblin at the same time, and he has his glider, which has knives, by the way. And then we got Doc Ock as well.
We got the Joker.
Well, technically he's not a Brainiac villain.
He is funny, though.
He is. But I liked the guy that played the lizard.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
He was a
another-
scientist.
That's another good one. I think it's Dr. Connors.
I think so, yeah.
Dr.
Dr.
Yeah,
Connors
Dr. Connors, I think.
is a smart man who has only one arm, but he has the advantage of the serum. I still need to watch Amazing Spider-Man, by the way.
You haven't
Two.
seen the first one, really?
Nope, I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen the
Dude.
first one.
I've heard the second one is bad, though.
The second one sucks.
Alright, so let's continue on. So then we get this bit where Buck is explaining why he's evil, and he explains how he tried to have him join his team to because he felt like all creatures were equal, and then Orson wanted it. He felt like it is the strongest of the survive is strong and will survive, which I think Orson has the right idea, to be honest. And then we get this funny bit where Crash or Eddie didn't hear what he said, so then they had to rewind the thing like an old VHS tape. I'm like, I found that funny.
That was kind of funny.
It's like, back up.
And I also kind of find it ridiculous that they have their own superhero squad. Are you really trying to turn this into a Marvel movie? Are you kidding me?
It's Avengers all over again.
Literally.
Like, the concept of an animal team is so dumb.
It really is.
I mean,
They were definitely trying to
And
do it
some
like the
movies
superhero.
definitely could have pulled it off.
but not Ice Age.
No, not Ice Age.
Did you not learn from Scoob, which did the exact same thing as Marvel?
Scoob was so stupid.
Yeah, I have a whole review.
It was
if you
cute,
want.
but it was stupid.
But anyway, continuing on. Then eventually the Raptors find Buck's secret home, and they attack. But conveniently, Buck is knocked out by some gas, and so is Crash and Eddie. And then we eventually meet another character, Z.
Oh,
She
she
was
annoying.
I didn't care for her.
Yeah, she was so annoying.
And especially how they bickered in the movie. She was so annoying.
She's like, oh, we should have done this together. Like oh my gosh, woman.
She should have done that.
Like,
Sounds to me like she's a Karen.
like, and they're taking Orson as this threat. And like, dude, a freaking dinosaur could just step on him and bam, movie over. Roll the credits.
Yeah. Definitely roll the credits after that.
And then Orson explains his plan about taking over the world. And then we get this scene where, with his raptors, he's like, personal space, personal space. Like, that could have been funny, but it was done in the most cringiest way possible.
So cringy.
Like, a joke like that could actually be funny.
Yeah, but the way they did it was just
But,
ridiculously cringy. I think an appropriate way to say it.
and one thing I gotta mention, I'm not sure if it's the same actor, but Orson kind of sounds like Bleakley from Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Like, if you're gonna make a villain, make them cool and creepy.
Yeah.
Even if they're
Cool but creepy.
even if they're the brains.
Like Darth Nihilus.
Yes. But yeah, he's just this lame villain. Oh, and we find out in
Or
the
the one
flashback.
villain-
Yeah, we
I
find
can't
out.
think of her name. But I don't know if any of you guys watching this right now have seen American Dragon Jake Long. This is a dragon hunter. I can't think of his name though. But his apprentice, actually has a crush on Jake.
Okay, that's
And Jake has a crush on her.
All right, let's get back into
But,
the main
like,
topic.
the main,
Okay, good to know.
the main villain of the dragons, the dragon hunter, is cool, but he's super creepy.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, let's move on. So,
I don't know, you guys have seen it before, but
oh, and the
it's
detail I
on Disney
forgot.
Plus stuff.
The only thing I forgot to mention in the origin, we find out that Orson was banished some island and he took control of the raptors by fire, which we kind of saw that earlier. Which, fine, I guess we could have something to control the raptors, I guess. But it's done in the most lamest way possible. Like, well, let's just move on. I don't want to talk about the past anymore. So,
Yeah, let's move on.
of course, start bickering. Orson, and then Crash and Eddie try doing something responsible while Buck needs sleep. And they discovered these fire-breathing creatures that they took as pets, also berries that are poisonous. You know, I think Ellie has the right idea here.
Yeah.
Maybe a lesson about wanting to move on and prove someone wrong could be done right, but it's just so bad in this film.
Yeah.
But anyway, they eventually make it to their destination. We see the return of the T-Rex, which was awesome. But,
Well, the nuts was Rudy, though.
yeah, he just faded out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, my question is Rudy alive or is he dead or what's the storyline for him?
yeah,
He
last time we saw him was
mysteriously
Ice
disappeared.
Age 4 in a brief cameo, and that's about it. And then, as they meet up with Mama T-Rex, she has like a toothache or something like that.
There was like a broken tooth.
Or it's like a cavity, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I don't remember.
So Z knocks out Mama T-Rex, so Buck can grab the tooth. And then Orson shows up, and I forget what Orson did, but Buck decides to give himself away so he can save Crash and Eddie or something like that. And then Z and Crash and Eddie plan to go save him at whatever location. I don't care anymore. And conveniently, at the same time, the others have discovered that Crash and Eddie are in the Lost World, which then we get this joke that made me cringe. I'm like, if we don't find him, I'm gonna kill him. And then Ellie just smacks him. It's like, it's a figure of speech. And then eventually they come down, they meet up with Mama T-Rex, and then eventually we get to the final battle. Thank goodness.
Finally.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Finally, the final battle.
And basically the final battle is so lame. And then at some point in the final battle, they discover the raptors are controlled by the fire, which conveniently, they have the fire-breathing creatures that they took irresponsibly.
Let there be fire.
And they have the raptors play dead.
That
What?
was weird.
And then they have the raptors chase after Orson. And then the last time we see Orson, it's like the creatures wanting to beat him up or something like that. Come on, he's a freaking dinosaur.
But when Crash and Eddie pretend that they were dead, that's not practicing you're dead. That's like basically practicing you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then the movie ends basically where Crash and Eddie decide they want to live with Buck Wild and Z, which I can understand Buck
Yeah.
Wild. I don't understand Z. Z's annoying.
Yeah. Very annoying.
Okay, is that Buck's friend or is that his girlfriend? I'm not sure.
I think they're hinting at it being her girlfriend.
Ugh.
Yep,
So,
crazy Karen.
Z
So
is
then-
so freaking annoying.
and then we have this so-called emotional moment where Ellie and her brother say goodbye. It doesn't feel earned. So this was completely planned. Then the movie ends with her writing how even when their families apart, they're still together. And then Crash and Eddie come there to visit, and they want to eat something or something. And then the movie ends. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. this
Please don't make
abomination-
any more movies.
You should leave this franchise dead, Disney, because ever since Ice Age 5, it's been a dumpster fire. We don't
If
need
you're
no-
gonna make another movie, make it like the first one. Make it really, really good.
Make a movie that can actually be tolerable, but this is Disney. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel bad
It's
for
Disney.
Rio fans, because Rio is next.
Wait, what?
They're making a Rio's 3.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Did we even really need a second one?
A third one, you mean? Because there was 2.
Yeah, did we even really need a second one at all?
Nope.
The second one was meh.
I would have
Eh.
preferred a second Bolt though.
Yes, second Bolt, please.
Yes.
Anyway.
Make a second Bolt.
Oh my gosh. This movie is such a disaster
It really is.
and boring and make me want to claw my eyes out and rip out
I don't
my
blame
ears.
you at all.
It makes me want to give up TV and go hiking.
You know,
Yeah, just live off the grid the rest of my life.
yeah, I say
Not a bad idea.
Right?
if you make another
Definitely
one,
not a bad idea.
if you make another
Great
Ice Age
places,
movie,
great places, South Dakota.
Just live off the grid.
if you make
Like
another,
mountain men.
if you make another Ice Age movie, Disney, I won't watch it. It's
Neither
not.
I
will
won't
I.
watch it unless when we watch the trailer it looks similar to at least the first one.
If you
If it's anywhere near similar to the first one, Disney, if you do make another one,
or even make it
then
look
I
like
might give it a chance and watch it when it comes out in theaters.
We might.
Maybe.
Yeah, this and the animation I might as well speak about.
That was bad.
The animation is so
It's at
off.
2%.
I know. The animation is so bad. Like it looks like more of a series. Like Ice Age, as it kept going,
Died halfway
the
through.
animation kept getting better. But then this one, it's like good. Like what the heck is up with this
We go
animation?
good. Going downhill.
This animation, they needed to improve this to make it better because animation has definitely improved over the years. Look at Lightyear. Like, even if you are not excited for Lightyear, you have to admit the animation in that looks really good.
Yeah.
Or what if the Lego movie too?
Yeah, the Lego Movie 2, look at that.
That
Lego
wasn't
Movie-
bad for being Legos.
Like, even Lego Movie 1, it looked good. The
Yeah.
animation looked like it was a stop motion, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Why don't we have this movie that looks like a toddler made it?
Yeah.
Or like
You know,
have-
I think that's even offensive. I think toddlers can make something better than this.
Probably.
Oh, that I can agree with.
But yeah, what do I have to rate it, unlike my fellow compadres? 1 out of 10. No, wait, scratch that. Half a 10. Because this
I'll
movie
be
doesn't
generous and say 3.5.
This
There
movie...
were some good parts.
I know where mine is.
What?
1 out of 10.
This movie can burn all I care. I
This
know it's...
movie can burn.
Yeah, sorry for this very ranty video, but we just needed to get our rage out.
Yes.
This
we
movie
needed
can
to
burn.
get our rage out.
Well, that's all I have to say about
I
this
thought Collision
movie.
Course was bad. This is worse.
If you thought Collision Course was bad, I do not recommend watching this movie.
If you can, stay as far away from this movie as possible. Even if you have to go to another country or off the planet, stay away from this movie.
Go
Move
off
to
the
Finland.
grid.
Yeah, go off the grid.
Alright, that's D the B's take on it. What do you think of Ice Age 6? You most likely hated it like I did. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.